How y'all doing today? It's Friday morning. It is 12:42. And it is your girl, Miss Free to You. Yes. What's going on, free birds? So I'm doing something a little different. I think I might have did it one time before, but I can't remember for sure. First of all, let me say a couple of things. Y'all know I cuss, so if you don't want to hear cussing, you might want to catch me in another video. And this is going to be a story time. So it will be, I'll try to put something in the beginning of the video saying, viewer discretion is advised. Letting y'all know, yeah, it's about to be that kind of video. We're going to be talking about sex and all that good stuff and body parts. So, yeah, if you don't want to see me in that light, or if you don't want to hear that, it's no problem. I understand. I want to be respectful to everyone. So you can catch me in another video. I understand. But if you want tea, and I ain't got no tea, I got a little something different. Honey, y'all know the week I had. If y'all seen the other video, this has been sitting in my refrigerator just on chill for an emergency. I like this wine. It's called Cupcake, made Cupcake Vineyards and or Vineyards, and it's Moscato d'Asti, and this is what it looks like. So if you're looking for this wine, pick it up. It's really good. And it's just been sitting, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. It's just been sitting, just waiting for an emergency situation. And after the week I had, this, my dear, is one of them. So first and foremost, I want to give a huge thank you to everybody who was so understanding, so supportive of the video that I posted about how my job, that I posted yesterday about how my job played me and they ain't pay me nothing. I just, nothing but one day. So, yeah. Thank you so much for all the encouraging words, all the support. One of my closest friends was telling me, I was saying that I wanted to move to either Georgia or Arizona. And one of my friends was saying, go ahead and look into Arizona because it's the bomb. And then another one of my subbies, I hadn't had a chance to reply to some of the comments, so I apologize, but I will get to you guys, was saying that she now lives in Georgia, I believe, if I read the comment correctly. And she was saying it ain't all that it's hyped up to be. So I'm trying to see where I want to go. And I had another subby that says that she lives in Georgia and, you know, it ain't bad, you know. So basically, I just kind of need to figure out where I want to go, check these two places out for myself, and see where I want to go. But February, God willing, I'm gone, baby. Oh, and by the way, I got to go through the background check process, but I got my second job today. Hey. I ain't got no bra on, y'all. Sorry. If I'm a little extra shaky, I ain't got no bra on. It is, I told you, 12:42 a.m. or 12:40, whatever. And as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to be taking my ass to bed. So, yeah. Anyhow, let's pour and let's talk about this story time that we're going to get into today. And I don't believe in an ounce of wine, honey. I want a whole goddamn cup. Because I don't drink that much. So, when I drink, let me go ahead and do my thing. Which is, again, let me do my thing. So, anyway. My tongue look white as hell. I'm sorry, y'all. That's what my breath don't stink. My tongue look white. Well, at least I don't think it do. I tell you I was going to bed. I brush my teeth before I go to bed. But anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Listen here. This is going to be a story time video. So let me get into it. I'm already 3 minutes and 50 seconds in. So this video is going to be about when I want to say back in 2010, I had dated this dude. I was working 2 jobs. I was working at the bank and I was working at the hospital because I was in school, going to school to become a nurse. I thought I wanted to be a nurse. And then once I worked, and I said, let me work in the hospital first to make sure this is what I want to do. Worked in the hospital, changed my mind completely. Don't want to be a nurse no more. So I moved in this apartment and I had to get my cable installed. So this dude comes to the apartment, African dude. And you know how African dudes, now I was a lot smaller back then. I want to say I was about a size 10. About a size 10, 12. About a size 10, yeah, 10, 12. And now I'm like a 14, in between a 14, 16. So it was this dude that came to the apartment. It was the cable guy. And he happened to be African, right? So I never dated an African before. Y'all, this motherfucker was not, listen, he was fucking banging, okay? He had hazel eyes. He was a little darker than me. He hit the gym on a regular all day, probably every day if he could, or at least most of the day. And he was fine as hell. I ain't gonna front. He had it going on too. He had a brand new, I think a brand new Toyota Highlander, I want to say. And he owned his own business. He was already doing his thing in Africa, and he came over here and he put cable in for people. So when he came through, he was looking at me, and he was flirting and stuff. And I went ahead and flirted back. I was single. I said, why not? So after that encounter, we exchanged. He already had my number. So we agreed that, we would hang out. So we went on our first date. We ended up going to Chili's, I think. He was like, you want to go to Chili's? I was like, I don't care. I was 2010. So I was 29, I think. I was 28, 29, somewhere around there. So he was like, you want to go to Chili's? I was like, yeah, we can go ahead and go to Chili's and go hang out and chill. So we dated for a little while, right? Now, I broke up with my kid's father in 2009. And I hadn't been on any dates up until that point. And this was like, I want to say like around late 2010. So we hung out and we dated for a little bit, and whatever. And then finally I decided, hold up. This is so good, y'all. I love this wine. Oh my God. So finally, he was like, let's go out or whatever. So we went out. Now, let me back it up. So we went on a couple of dates. Well, we went on one. The first date we went on, actually, it wasn't Chili's, my bad. That was the second date. The first date we went on, we just went to the beach. Because, I'm in Florida and you got all these beaches around you. So we went to the beach and we just hung out and we just sat in the car and talked and watched the waves and the ocean and talked. And he told me about his upbringing in Africa and his family, his children. I think he had like 2 or 3 kids. And he was telling me about his baby mother who he never married. They wanted to marry, but it never happened. And I think when she got to America, he, this is what he said. This is his words. I don't know. He said she cheated on him. So, and I was like, damn, why would she cheat on you? You fine as hell. You got it going on, blase. So he's like, well, she want me back. No, I didn't say it to him, but I was thinking to myself. So he was like, well, she want me back. And I said, okay, He's like, but I don't want her. I want something new. I want something different. He's like, would you go to Africa with me? I was like, fuck no. He was like, why you say that? I was like, because I don't want to sound ignorant, y'all, because I've never been to Africa, obviously. By my perception of it. Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful place, I imagine. It's a motherland, I imagine. But they have loose animals walking around that motherfucker. They have tigers and shit and anacondas and I ain't trying to be in an environment where I gotta hop in trees. I can't outrun a fucking lion. Bye. I can't outrun a cheetah. Bye. I can't outrun a motherfucking tiger. I'm getting eaten. So yeah, I probably go to the tourist spots if I ever did go, but I ain't trying to be out in the jungle. None of that shit. Don't judge me. That's just me. Anyway, so like I said, we was talking about his upbringing. He told me about his baby mother, blase. So I think we went on 3 dates? No, 4. We went on like 3 or 4 days. 4th date. He invited me over to his place. He lived in my old apartment complex that I used to live in. And it was such a coincidence. And the coincidence was he lived in my best friend's old apartment. Because one of my best friends, I lived in the complex on the other side, and she lived across from me, but way on the other side. And the same apartment he lived in was the apartment my friend had. Shout out to my girl, Nene. Hey, boo. Hey, sis. So anyway, and she probably remember this dude. So we get over to his place, we talking, we kicking it or whatever, and he had a big picture on his wall of his kids and his baby mother. And I was like, oh, that's your baby mother? He was like, yes, okay. I was like, what is she, like a queen or something? Because she had on like the pretty hair wrap and and the beautiful dashiki and all that shit's nice. And the kids was cute. And he was like, nah, she would have been my queen, but it didn't work out. So anyway, we talking and stuff, right? So when I came in the apartment, his house was clean, but on his coffee table, this motherfucker had, I want to say, about 30 bottles of medication. So I noticed, of course, and I was like, what the fuck? You take all this medication on a daily? So he was like, yeah, it's for my high blood pressure. And I can't remember everything else about it. I know he mentioned high blood pressure. And I was like, well, what the fuck? How many pills do you take for it? And I'm thinking to myself, high blood pressure? They ain't gonna give you this many medications. You know what I'm saying? For high blood pressure. My mom has high blood pressure. And I want to say she take at the most 2 different medications. But those medications, of course, do 2 different things. So he had a lot of pills on that table, y'all. So I'm like, what the fuck? So we talking. Things get hot and heavy. And we ready to go ahead and go for the gusto, right? So he getting himself in a position or whatever, right? So I'm like, well, ain't you going to get a condom? He was like, yeah. So he's like, I got one. He's like, I'm gonna go get one. So he gets up and goes and get it. He hadn't pulled nothing down yet. I hadn't seen nothing yet. So we in a position ready to do whatever. Okay, I'm already got my legs cocked the fuck open, ready. Cause it's been since 2009 since I had anything, and I'm ready. Now, y'all, it's been years since I had it, but that's okay. That's okay. I am celibate. I'm all right. I'm trying to hold on to my man, or excuse me, rephrase that. Hold on until my man comes. But at the same time, it's whatever. If I feel the need to do it, I'll do it. But I don't, so I don't. But back then, I was like, let's see what's up with this nigga. So he pulls down his motherfucking drawers. And this motherfucker pulled out, oh my God. I never seen a dick that small in my life, y'all. I was so fucking blowed. I was just sitting there looking like, what the fuck? So my friend rang in my head. Back in the day, we had a conversation. One of my closest friends in Jersey rang in my head, and she was like, yeah, I remember I had this dude, and he was on the chubby side. He had a baby ass dick, but that bitch knew how to work it. And I was like, seriously? And she's like, yeah, girl. She was like, at first I was like, oh God, this is a waste of fucking time. He ain't gonna do shit. He knew how to work it. Let's see what he got, And he did know how to work it. Her dude. Child, he pulled out that little baby ass dick. I want to say a 1-year-old had more than what this motherfucker had to work with. I was too fucking through, because when you deal with a dude for a long time and he know how to do whatever, and he got whatever, you can't go back to bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I was looking like, what the fuck is going on here, y'all? So he goes to put the condom on. And honestly, it looked like a fucking puppy with a laundry bag thrown over that shit. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, nigga, you really gonna try to put a condom on? I was like, yo, that shit is oversized like a motherfucker. And yo, it wasn't no Magnum. It was a regular blue little motherfucking Trojan. I was too motherfucking through. I was like, it just looked like a puppet that was hidden under a blanket. I was, I was like, what the fuck? Or, like, I was telling my mother was laughing about it earlier. She was like, you fucking, she's like, you stupid. I was like, Ma, it looked like, honestly, it looked like a fucking newborn baby, and somebody had threw a fucking picnic basket over that shit. No, it looked like a puppy with a sleeping bag over it. I was too through. But I was thinking, I was like, okay, Val said, let's see. So I'm like, okay. I don't feel nothing. I'm like, what the fuck? Child, that motherfucker did 2 pumps, 2 humps, and that shit was over. I was like, yeah, it's over. I was like, I can't. And, yeah, like, no head. I was like, what the fuck? He wouldn't get no head. You know damn well I wasn't giving him. What the fuck I'm gonna do? Suck on a great bitch? Because he ain't had nothing. So I was like, and I don't do that off rip anyway. It take me a while to suck a nigga dick. Call it what you want, but I don't suck everybody dick. I'm sorry. I can count on one motherfucking hand how many dicks I suck, and trust me, it ain't many. Believe what you want. I feel like you do that for a special type nigga. Everybody different, but I feel like you do that for a special type nigga, or you do that for a nigga that you done put in time with, and I just felt like we and him weren't there yet. So thank God I didn't, because it would have been like motherfucking, his shit was so small it was like a click. I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? Child. And I put two and two together. This motherfucker taking steroids, because I was like, well, try to get it back up. Let me see if we could try something else. Shit. Maybe you could rub that little shit on my clit. Maybe I could nut that way. So he was like, okay, trying. That motherfucker stayed dead. Okay? That motherfucker stayed down. Okay? I was too motherfucking through. I was like, no. Say it ain't so, bruh. Say it ain't so. I was like, so you taking steroids, nigga? He was like, nah, I don't take no steroids. He's like, I take a little something to help me out, but it ain't steroids. And bitch, what the fuck is it? Because your dick is small as fuck. Your dick is dead as fuck. Your dick is useless. What you gonna do, bitch? Like, honestly, if you can't please me, bye, bitch. I mean, what you want me to do? Because even him giving head, it ain't but so much of that. Like, that a bitch gonna be like, okay, yeah, give me head. Like, me personally, no, I need more. You know what I'm saying? I want to be satisfied, bitch. I want to yell and scream. I get loose for my shit when I do get it. And when I say loose, I mean I get loud. I get in it. You know what I'm saying? I have a good time, like you're supposed to. But this motherfucker, I was like, I was so fucking through. Anyway, it was late. So he was like, you want to just go ahead and stay tonight? Like, he kept trying and trying, but that shit never woke the fuck back up. It was so devastating. Because this bitch was fine as hell. And I stayed the night or whatever because it was late. And I ended up falling asleep because I got sick of this motherfucker trying. It was like, what the fuck? Fell right to sleep, snoring and everything because I was so aggravated and tired and blowed. I just couldn't believe it. All them dates and days of courting and talking and all of that to get completely motherfucking blown away and disappointed. I was too fucking through. So the next morning, I was so embarrassed for him. When I was leaving in the morning, because I was like, let me get up and get myself together. I got to get to my kids. So he was like, oh, okay, well, let me walk you to the door. I was like, I'm good. He's like, no, let me walk you. So he walked me to the fucking door. Y'all gonna laugh. But I had ran. You know how Tina Turner how Angela Bassett ran at the end of the movie when she fucked up Ike in limo and she was trying to get away from him, so she left the hotel and she had hauled ass to the hotel across the street. I ran like that. I was like trying to get away because I was so disappointed and devastated. I just could not look at him no more without fucking just. So he never heard from me again, needless to say. But like a week later, he texted me and he was like, so you don't like me no more? I was like, bruh, no. I can't compromise on that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody different. A lot of women, they like, well, look, it's a good man. He got money. Fuck it. I don't think like that. Because when I think happiness, I want the full package. Hopefully you can satisfy me. That's I'm sorry, but for me, that's a requirement. You know what I'm saying? I want that ideal dude, but you got to be able to satisfy me because, and even and let's say if he can't, but he got the equipment, like mommy say, sometimes, you might have to teach a nigga something or two. And I might be all right with that to a degree. But when you ain't got the equipment, you don't know what you're doing. Your shit dead. You throw a condom on your shit, bitch. And like I said, it looked like a motherfucking puppet hitting under a sleeping bag, bitch. I can't. What you want me to do? Like, I mean, I have nothing to work with here. So, yeah. So that was my experience with my African. I'm not saying all African guys are like that. Because like on some real shit, I believe the hype. I believe the myth. Because when I met him, I was like, yeah, this motherfucker probably got a man. Dingo! in his pants. We gonna have a good time. He fine. You know, he was intelligent. He was a cool dude. But he couldn't satisfy me. And I'm sorry. I just can't compromise on that. Period. Everybody different, but I can't, you know? So, if y'all have a similar experience, I had to wait till my kids went to bed to have the story time. If y'all have a similar experience or y'all can relate or you understand where I'm coming from, of course, drop me a line. I love when we have this open dialogue and this interaction. I love it. And again, it's no offense to my Africans. It's no offense to no brothers out there. If you got a small dick, bro, I mean, what the fuck? I mean, what you really want a bitch to do? Like, I mean, his shit was unbelievably small. It was the smallest I've ever seen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it was really little. It was really fucking little. I want to say, like, he was working with some shit like this. Literally. No fucking lie. I never seen no shit like that in my life. Never. I was too fucking through. Too fucking through. I can't compromise. Sorry. So if you're out there, love, I hope you're happy. I hope you're blessed. I hope you got off those steroids. Do whatever the fuck you need to do to get your shit back to wherever either it was. Go get an implant. Do what you need to do, bruh. Because you in trouble if you walk around here still with that baby ass dick. Because ain't nobody around here signing up for no baby dicks. I know I'm not. Again, to each his own. I ain't asking for no foot long motherfucker either, but yeah, not the baby dicks. No, I can't do them. So, hope y'all enjoyed this story time. I did. I ain't even sip on my shit. Don't worry, it's gonna get drank. I hope y'all enjoyed the story time. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I love y'all to pieces, and I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for joining Miss Free to You.